Hey Pisces, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today we're going to be doing your money and finances reading for the week ahead. So let's see what shows up for money, if there's any advice, if there are any predictions, if there are any, messages that Spirit wants to get to you through the cards. So get comfy and let's have some fun. Let's use the Oracle and let's use the Tarot as well. I'm going to be reading cards upright, just so you know. And before we start, I just want to remind you of three things. Okay, let me see if I can remind myself of those three things. Please subscribe, please like, and please check out the personalized readings in the description box below. Those were the three things I had to remind you of. So the personalized readings, those are one question readings. They're $55, and we get to talk about your life, and it is pre-recorded. So basically, I do I receive your information, I do the reading first, and then we get to talk through the comments on that reading. Within 7 days, the video will reach you, and I would just need your name, full name, your date of birth, and if you have a particular question, your question. If you don't have a particular question, then it can be just kind of like a general to see what's going on in your life, you know? The benefit of those readings is that, as opposed to this ones, those are narrowed to you. It's your energy and your energy specifically. Where these readings, even though they can be very accurate, they are more like for the Pisces collective, you know? So yeah, I hope you join me over there. I would love to work with you and get to know you. And let's get started then for the cards and see what this week holds for money, finances, career, recognition, opportunity, etc. Okay? All right. I love you. See you over there. Universe, angels, beings of love and light, please bring in the most relevant and important messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, for money, finances, and career. What is it that Pisces could benefit from knowing, and what predictions are coming in about this area of their life? Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a very strong start, Pisces. We have the 10 of Cups, meaning that you're going to be very fulfilled in this area of your life, okay? So if you have been feeling, maybe in the previous years, not as inspired or not as excited, not as fulfilled, maybe there is something that's going to change, okay, and align you with something better at work that will make you feel very emotionally fulfilled. Maybe some of you are not necessarily changing anything, but there is going to be a refreshing of this beautiful energy of love for what you do. So that's pretty cool. I see you very fulfilled very soon, feeling happy, feeling excited, feeling renewed. And that's because you have been through a transformation, okay? That is what the challenge has been so far for you, a transformation, the death of who you used to be, the death of old sabotage, the death of old beliefs, the death of debt, right? And I feel like there's a lot of things that you have been changing within yourself, not necessarily within your career direction, but changes that you've done within yourself are really going to start showing and somehow transforming your career into something that makes you feel way happier in every way. Okay, this is like the highest form of emotional fulfillment. So that's like being happy as hell, you know, like super, super duper happy. Being very grateful every day, being like, I can't even believe that this is what I do for a living. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe is what you're gonna go into. So in the recent past, with money, finances, and career, you have the King of Swords. So you have been very objective, okay? You have learned how to be maybe a little bit smarter with money, maybe more logical and less emotional. Some of you have learned a lot about your industry, your career, your platform, algorithm, whatever it is that you do. You have been very, I would say, exposed to a lot of situations that made you learn about it, whether you want it or not. You know, it's like maybe you never thought you needed help or a deeper understanding of this aspect of your industry. But then this shows up and this happens, and it's like inevitably you have to find that, wisdom about it. Some of you may have been dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person in the recent past. And I feel like you have, again, entered that energy. It's like you have become that very calculated person in a good way. Then we have the Page of Crystals and we have the Queen of Cups. I'm reading cards upright, by the way, so if you see me flipping them, that's why. Personal preference. Some of you were under some kind of dark influence in your career and finances. And when I mean dark influence, I mean maybe like the bad energy of someone, maybe even in some rare cases, like spell work and stuff like that. And I feel like you have reversed that. And you're coming off victorious. You're definitely mirroring that back. Some of you may have recently done some kind of return to sender spells and things like that bounced off. Some kind of dark energy, whether it was consciously sent your way or just kind of like someone talking shit or thinking shit about you so constantly that it materialized into some form of energy, right? That has bounced off of you. And now I see that it's going to bring in more opportunities at work, more perhaps opportunities to work with different clients, companies, contracts, proposals, and things of the sort. You're still learning, but now I feel like you're learning something different in your career. Now you may be at the beginning stages of learning about perhaps investment, or the beginning stages of learning about money management or something along those lines. It seems like you had to almost like remove some kind of naiveness, I don't know, that was clouding your sight. And maybe in the past you were very naive, very open to everyone who wanted to collaborate with you, or everyone who had something nice to say. And it's like you had to almost like see a lot of different kinds of people, different kinds of coworkers, different kinds of bosses, different kinds of clients, to realize that not everyone means what they say. Not everyone is aligned with authenticity. Some people are tripping balls in like power trips, and I think that you had to be exposed to that, so you understood that not everybody has the same heart that you do. And now you can move accordingly, knowing that it's okay to be protected. It's okay to keep kind of like your wall up in certain scenarios. So now you're moving forward with way more information. You're moving forward with way more insight based on experience. And you're headed to a moment of your life in which you're going to be very intuitive with your choices. You're going to be very intuitive in how you move, with who you move, what companies you work with, what brands you align with. It's like now you're coming into a space in which you're going to be very obviously, clearly, no question, like guided by your intuition, okay? For those of you who are resonating with the narrative in which, maybe you feel like something was done to you energetically, magically, I feel like now things are going to start to get way better, and you're going to realize like, oh wow, like I was actually being held back. And I don't mean necessarily by like a curse or something dramatic. It doesn't have to always be something like that. It could just be like kind of like it's like gunk, like accumulated gunk, energetic gunk that has been piling up basically for quite some time. And it could come a little bit from you, from yourself, from your fears, insecurities, another little bit by the expectations of your family. Who the hell knows? And it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it needs clearing. It needs to be taken care of so you can move freely in the world, right? In your environment, there is someone here that's freaking out because they may have seen you in the past as someone who could provide for them. And maybe the tables have turned and you're not interested in providing for them anymore, or helping them, assisting them, letting them cling on to you. I don't know. But you have said no, or you have changed the script, the circumstances. And now this person is very anxious because you're not like a source of stability for them anymore. For hopes and fears, I see that you have a desire to work. It seems like you have a desire to make things happen, to experience progress. At the same time, there is a little bit of hesitancy in some of you to not, it's almost like some of you want to do like maybe intention setting, maybe spell work, maybe manifestation, to just kind of like tell the universe, hey, I want more clients, more viewers, more whatever, you know? But at the same time, it's like a part of you is like, well, I don't want to go too generous in the asking of work because I don't want to be like super crazy busy either. So it's like a desire for work, a desire for productivity and efficiency and money making and abundance and expansion, but to a certain extent, which honestly sounds kind of healthy, to be honest. Like you're not interested in just like going all into like, I'm gonna do like insane amounts of work. It's like you're like, I'm gonna work amazingly well till the point in which it's, you know, enough. And when it's not healthy anymore, then I'm gonna stop, you know, or back away or something. Anyway, I see you here with the Six of Wands, this being the outcome of the reading. So this card is complete and absolute victory, okay? So this area of your life, if it's not feeling like complete victory right now, it will be feeling like complete victory very soon, okay? Recognition, for some of you fame, for others of you fortune. This is you doing the thing. In some cases, you flipping the script, recovering fully from some kind of disappointment at career or money, and being the clear, obvious, loud, recognized winner. You know, everyone is going to be everyone is going to agree, whether they like it or not, that you are the absolute winner, okay? So that's very exciting, Pisces, in that sense. Now, let's get, for money specifically, some messages from the abundance angels, all right? This deck is going to provide us with more insight about practical advice for money. Remember, Pisces, if you want a reading that is more aligned with your specific situation, not just like a general for Pisces, just let me know. I'm available for personalized readings. The link will be in the description box below. Okay, first card that we have here is Dreams of Abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So maybe if you're not paying attention to your dreams necessarily, it will be a good time to pay attention to them. Whatever it is that you can remember, write them down, maybe analyze them. Maybe you dreamt about something super random. Research a little bit about the spiritual meaning of it, right? It could help you with your moves moving forward. Then we have here, take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. And you're ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. And I feel like you definitely are aligning yourself with better circumstances. Again, for some of you, it's like your work necessarily is not going to change. The direction of your career is not necessarily going to change. But something about how you feel towards it will, and will bring this fulfillment. But for others of you, that have been feeling that pull to actually change careers or change workspaces or change something, that could definitely be the divine guiding you in that direction. And then we have face your financial fears. When you're honest with yourself, okay, about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released self doubt. Yeah, absolutely. So, Pisces, things are looking good for you. Things are going to be looking better and better and better. Continue to clear your energy. Continue to do maybe EFT tappings. There's a channel that I'm obsessed with right now. It's called Alchemy Healing. It's about Reiki, and you receive like Reiki healing through different videos. It's so powerful. The lady is so sweet. Check it out, because you may realize that that can help you with whatever negative energies have been sent your way, consciously or unconsciously, or if you have absorbed anything or whatever. It doesn't really matter as long as it gets basically cleared. So Pisces, I hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here in this space. Know that your career, your money, your life is getting better and better and better. Don't let anything stop you, okay? You got this. Trust that you know when it's too much as well. Trust that you already have that, that sensor pretty tuned in. All right, Pisces, I love you so much, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye. Bye, Mia. Say bye.